notice at the top. This is from the Washington Post. Correction. 2 months after publication of this story, the Georgia Secretary of State released an audio recording of President Donald Trump's December phone call with the state's top election investigator. The recording revealed that the Post misquoted. This is the Post writing about itself. The Post has the Times acknowledged it did the same thing? Are you aware? The Post misquoted Trump's comments on the call based on information provided by, are you ready? I love this, a source. That's what they do on the left. A source. Anonymous source. And the reason they do it is they have an agenda. So all they need is a source. But there's always a source because people lie. Trump did not tell, this is the Washington Post, Trump did not tell the investigators to, quote, find the fraud or say she would be a national hero if she did so. Instead, Trump urged the investigator to scrutinize ballots in Fulton County, Georgia, asserting she would find, quote, dishonesty, unquote, there. He also told her she had, quote, the most important job in the country right now, unquote. The headline and text of this story have been corrected to remove quotes misattributed to Trump, unquote. Back in January, this is the Wall Street Journal, the original story and its inaccurate quotations were widely circulated in major media and did not escape the notice of Mr. Trump's political adversaries. Mark Hemingway writes in The Federalist, quote, House Democrats would cite the article and its fabricated quotes on page 10 of their impeachment brief, as well as highlight the article and its fake quotes in oral arguments during the televised impeachment trial. This is perhaps the perfect ending to the story of Trump-era press coverage, writes the Wall Street Journal, and helps explain why media outlets never punished the anonymous sources of bogus Russia collusion stories by outing them. The bearers of false witness never gave their permission. With this odd media courtesy, will this odd media courtesy be extended to anonymous sources who supply false claims about President Joe Biden? What do you think the answer to that is? It doesn't matter how often we find the left in the media, which is left lying. It does not matter. The world shaped by reading the Washington Post, watching CNN, reading the New York Times, is not only a world of different opinion, it is a world of different apprehension of reality. They admit that. It's one of the few things left and right agree with. We do not even agree on reality. It's very tough to dialogue with people. They would admit this. How do you dialogue with people who have a different reality? One of us lives in a fantasy land, either conservatives or leftists. That is one of the few things they can agree on. Right? Right. One 8 Prager 776. There is a piece. I want to get this. I actually contributed to her FundMe page. Gateway Pundit and other places, but the left won't report this, I bet. I couldn't find one left-wing source. If this article is accurate, that's why you didn't send it to me. However, so I checked. It's widely reported, and the names, there are names, and it's a doctor. That's the reason I give it credibility. I want to say at the outset, if what I'm about to read you is not accurate, I am at fault for reporting it, and all the places that reported it, including a place you respect, Gateway Pundit. But they give the school name, they give the doctor's name. I mean, that's a lot. So, as she reported it, a Dr. Michelin Epstein, she has had a 6-year-old girl removed from her. They have a bitter divorce, she does, this doctor, because she did not wear a mask while dropping her off outside the school. The problem, you see, here's the problem. The left doesn't report a lot of embarrassing things. So I couldn't find a left-wing source for this. I fully acknowledge that to you. I will bring to you any update that isn't true. Here's the problem. I believe it because it's so feasible. This is New York City. This is a hysteria, which, by the way, there are conservatives who have this hysteria. Masks outside. I have an interesting question. If you wear masks outdoors, when will you not? So I think the answer is when the authorities say it's okay. That's troubling.